A Cannondale Adventure 2, not a Neo, that has a particular back rear luggage rack. And we have here's an aftermarket you can get online. And this one here is one that you cannot find online for the bike, but it is available if you look real hard. And we're going to see if it fits on there. It matches the bike, a little narrower. It's got a spring-loaded clamp that was snapped down. And it also has this little button over here that we press, and we'll see what it does when we put it up there. It's a little hard to get it to work. So it kind of like it's a release mechanism for something. A close-up look, welded on. You got a nice plate to put anything on there. The top, something slides in here that locks into place that extends it. And then you've got a hinge that's adjustable that's going to lock on. And then the bottom over here is going to go onto your wheel, the two little holes. So we've given hardware, as you can see, to put together a little rubber and screws. I have here is a guard that I put on. I had to modify it. And now I'm going to take off my bolt nut, figure out what size it is. There we go. And just connect it all together with the wrench. I find it a little difficult to take this out of the packaging at times, so let's loosen up and get this off. We have a screwdriver we need to put on the back in case it spins. So let's take a bit, put it on back there, see if we can get it there. If not, we'll do our best to get it off. Since we got the bolt on there, let's make sure it doesn't come out when we do the other side. Put the nut back on. I have this tri-wrench. I have a socket that should fit. If it don't fit, let's get the next size. As you can see, we're having trouble getting it on, so that's where an open-end crescent wrench comes into play. This here blocks everything. It blocks putting a reflector on, a bike light, and so forth, because it fits on the stem. I got one more bolt to take off before everything falls off. So let's get it off and carefully remove. The old rack, bungee cord, straps, you name it. So we can take a comparison look from the top, from the side, do our best from the front. And you can see the difference in the rack put together. They're almost the same size, just a little bit narrower. Something that looks a little bit better. There are no instructions on how to install this. The first thing you're going to do is slide over the back wheel and allow it to seat down. As you drop down, it should fall to the outer side of the back frame to where you see the two bolts on each of the side that are already in place. You're going to need two specific bolts and nuts for your Adventure 2. They do not give those bolts. Carefully on each of the side, take off the nuts that you have existing to the bolt, and it goes into that hole. And I'm going to now slip this bar of each side on. Don't put your hands through like so in case the bike falls. Go around to the other side. Carefully align over the outer areas and gently push in and through each of the bolts. If you got one, place on the nut and then go around the other side. It's not about doing a perfect job, it's about doing the job the right way. Metal will bend, it will give some. So now we're on. and we're loose and the nuts are on, the next step is to start to work on this part here to that part somewhere over here by lifting up. This will give enough clearance, about 2 inches, 2 fingers on each side, all around. What we are going to be doing is going to level this out the best we can and tighten our part, making sure we're lefty-loosey, righty-tighty on our tool, and tighten down. This is a knuckle. It allows me to angle in to get onto the screw and hold into place and tighten down. I repeat for the opposite side. If I have trouble, I use an open crescent wrench that I'm able to get in and adjust accordingly to the size I need. They make many tools in different sizes to get on there. For now, this is what I have that should work for me. We have this bar here. The picture shows it going on this side with the long hole, the space, and it also shows it going on this way as well. The choice is up to you to use one of these spacers that goes on. Your choice. With a bolt, and they have washers on them, you're going to basically place this on the best you can for your bike and the measurements. Mine is going to go in the last number of holes, and then the nut that is nyloned on. I'll work with one at a time. There's actually no pictures showing any of this install and what this is about, putting this bike rack on. And what we're doing here is doing our best to just grab what we have with an open end wrench and an Allen key now to tighten this down. This area of interest, we're going to need to have a right angle, a bracket or something to go in here to lock this into place. And we don't have anything. We cannot force this anywhere closer to this area. So this is the amount of room we have. We don't have any right angle to go on here. For now, we just simply tighten up only with an Allen key, as over here on the bottom, it is self-lock in, the nylon locking nut. If you can't reach in, readjust with the correct tools. Now that we're all together, fully assembled, we just need to figure out how to place this on. We have a right angle adapter that we're attaching. We have screws on the side that we could take out and place in. One wasn't included in the center. So we have to find one that will fit. And then we'll simply put a screw in here and that it be supportive and completed. Finish up tightening everything, all the bolts. Go over your work. And you got your back luggage rack all hooked up. You have your rack that locks down. This way, when you want to now travel with the bag in the back, you hook it on up and off you go. Put a bungee cord on it to secure it down more. You have the hook areas on the sides here. You have area in the back for reflectors. And there you have it. Modify the piece on. Everything works out just fine. The Neo or Adventure 2 luggage rack for the Adventure 2 of Cannondale.